Happy to have you. Listen, just a little background on myself so you know who you're working with. For the past 30 years, I've worked in high-level sales environments, building sales teams and driving revenue, and I've also started my own 7-figure businesses by doing nothing more than shaking hands, knocking doors, and utilizing my cell phone. I have profited in such industries as automotive, retail, construction, promotion, and numerous others. I've also had the privilege to master sales and sell into billion-dollar projects like the Wynn Resort, the Palazzo Hotel, Mandarin Oriental, and MGM. I've collaborated and worked with companies like Pepsi, Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction, and Discovery Channel. Then about 6 years ago, I entered into the world of virtual interactive training. This new area of business has allowed me to recruit and work with the top motivational speakers, sales trainers, and subject matter experts in the world. I have personally consulted and guided them to create their virtual online training platforms so they can deliver their content and monetize worldwide. My tried and true sales and marketing techniques have allowed me to acquire clients like Les Brown, Tony Robbins, John Taffer, The Cake Boss, Buddy Valastro, Eric Thomas, and a list of other equally talented people that are in various fields. So, my objective for creating this online course is to teach you that no matter what products or services you represent, we all have one thing in common. We're all in the distribution business, and your primary responsibility is to expose your brand, expose your products, expose your services, expose your message, and most importantly, expose your solutions so that you may ultimately close more deals and drive massive revenue. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. Over 40 years ago, unbeknownst to me, I was starting my sales career as a paper boy in Buffalo, New York. Now, I don't know if you know about Buffalo, but it's snow country. So I'd get home from school, immediately go down to the corner, get my papers, and I drag my wagon through the snow on cold winter days, knocking doors to increase my distribution. Now, my goal was to make sure that the paper was always on time, fresh, unwrinkled, to ensure my clients received a quality product. At a very young age, I learned an important lesson, and that was the more you introduce, the more you produce. The more you introduce, the more you produce. Now, I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. However, I did watch and experience my dad take his family from a modest lifestyle that became an incredible lifestyle. My dad provided everything you could imagine for my mom, my sister, and me. My dad was a consummate entrepreneur, a consummate networker, and a sales professional. He had this innate ability to commit, implement, and go all in on any venture he believed in, as long as it had the opportunity to produce revenue. Now, here's the crazy part. Dad had nothing more than a 9th grade education, yet he afforded us the biggest and best house on the street. We had Cadillacs, Bentleys, vacations. I even had an in-ground pool in the backyard. I remember having huge birthday parties and Christmases that were absolutely unforgettable. And then it came to a screeching halt. I watched my dad's fortune crumble. He lost his businesses, his revenue streams, his investments, and all of that ultimately ended up in a divorce between him and my mother. Now, for me, I personally think divorce is second to death. The breakup of a family unit is difficult for all parties, no matter who's right, no matter who's wrong. But the reality is, it's devastating. So, growing up and living a privileged lifestyle and then seeing it all fall apart had instilled in me a fear of poverty, a fear of not being able to provide for myself, a fear of not being able to create, attain, and maintain a family, a fear that I may not be able to start my own business or have significance in this marketplace that is ultimately called life. Now, fortunately for me, I experienced and learned an essential skill set. I learned techniques and I learned the formulas to generate revenue. And these skills were not taught to me in school or in college. However, I was fortunate enough to learn some essential sales, networking, and personal skills from both my father, both of my grandfathers, and through caring strangers who ultimately became my mentors. See, my mentors taught me their techniques and transferred their skill sets to me, helping me take my life to another level. So, grab a pen and a sheet of paper. Use the notes feature here on your VT system, the little button that's right here. Take diligent notes, retain the information, and most importantly, implement the knowledge that I'm about to transfer to you.